Urban gardening helps with the redesign in a multitude of ways. It's not just about the food again, it's about people. Now you're engaging communities. Now your people are growing and they're participating in their food. They have skin in the game. The air is better. You're changing the biodiversity of the soil in your neighborhood. You're bringing in pollinators, you're bringing in bees, butterflies, hummingbirds. You're changing the ecosystem when you put in a garden. We are part of the ecosystem, so that garden is changing us. And then the beauty factor. You get to walk out your door and experience nature every day. That's gonna change you. I don't care how jaded you are.
And it's basically a vertical container system, which you can grow about 50 plants in a very small area that actually creates its own organic fertilizer.
You don't get the evaporation that you get off of an open garden, so it's incredibly effective in really dry areas. And the other thing is that it's really good for people who are disabled because it's very low maintenance. You don't have to work to weed it. Weeding consists of pulling a couple little sprouts out, and so it's very low maintenance and very easy to work with, easy to operate.
So you put kitchen scraps in the top right here, and here we have some. This composter features worms, so it's a vermicomposter. As the vermicompost ages, it compacts and it moves down the center. The garden tower's design gives you about 25 square feet of planting space in a footprint that's only about 4 square feet. So wherever there's sun, at least on a couple sides, or even against a building, because a lot of buildings are light enough that they reflect light behind the tower, you can have productive growth in a very little footprint, which makes it great for anywhere in an urban environment where you might not have a large amount of soil or the space for it.
And what we've done is we've combined the hydroponic component with the aquaculture component. So we raise the fish, use the fish waste to fertilize the plants. People say, well, I'm not a farmer, I'm not a gardener. And I go, well, can you harvest tomatoes? And they go, well, yeah. I said, can you pull a plant out? Well, yeah. So I literally show them that you can take the old plant out and put a new plant in. The largest unit, the 100 by 100 foot unit, is 10,000 square feet, produces enough lettuce to produce 400 side salads a day. This is disruptive technology because you can now grow protein and vegetables in every city. These can be put on rooftops. These can be put in empty lots. So because you're raising food on site, you're creating it so that if you have pockets of hunger, you can put one of these units in and alleviate that hunger on the spot.
My whole thing was just imagine if the neighbors had done it collectively. So now you're exchanging food. You created responsibility and you created relationships in a community. If somebody writes a law, that means they can tear it up and get an eraser and rewrite it.
Because revolutions can't start without awareness.